Hello students, welcome back. Today we are going to start chapter number 4 of Business Studies, class 11, that is Business Services. In the earlier chapters we have studied about the basic meaning of business, the kinds of business, the type of business that are covered under private sector and public sector, and from this chapter we will discuss the various form of business that provide business services that are in support of various businesses. So the very first thing that we will discuss is the meaning of service. As we already know, there are three sectors: primary sector, secondary sector, and tertiary sector. The tertiary sector forms the very composition of the service sector. The service sector includes commercial firms engaged in banking, communication, transportation, insurance, warehousing, etc. The service sector constitutes the basic infrastructure which is must for the smooth flow of business activities. No trading can happen if these services are not there. In the recent past, the role of service sector in Indian economy is growing very fast than both of the other sectors. Agriculture and industries are not growing at that much speed at which the service sector is increasing. A variety of services are available to meet the changes of economy and requirement of investors. आप नेट यूज़ करते हो, आप ट्रेन्स यूज़ कर रहे हो, एयरप्लेन्स यूज़ हो रहे हैं, ठीक है। सीएनजी पहले, अब अगर हम पेट्रोल की बात करें, पेट्रोल हमारे पास आ रहा है थ्रू सीज, पाइपलाइंस हैं। आपके घर में पहले एलपीजी सिलेंडर्स आते थे, नाउ दे आर प्रोवाइडिंग यू विद गैस विद पाइपलाइंस। तो ये सारे जो चेंजेस हैं, दीज ऑल कम अंडर द सर्विस सेक्टर। तो बहुत सारी ऐसे चेंजेस आए हैं सर्विस सेक्टर में जो बिजनेसमैन के लिए पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से तो बहुत ही ज़्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है। द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ सर्विस सेक्टर इज गेनिंग momentum and it has become a major thrust area in the field of business. If we look at the characteristics or features of the services, the very first thing is that it is intangible. Services are intangible. That means you cannot see any service, you cannot touch any service, but you can experience them. You can find out the quality of service only by using it, not just by a look over that. Second point is lack of homogeneity or inconsistency. While preparing good, you can maintain a consistency. Like the area would be the same, the shape will be the same, there would be no changes in the overall packaging. But when it comes to service, it varies at every time, at every delivery. आपने एक इंसान से एक बार हेयर कट कराया, वो अलग होगा, नेक्स्ट टाइम कराओगे वो अलग होगा. There will be some change because there are different kind of customer, there are different kind of service provider, and it keeps on varying. It is a very dynamic thing and it keeps on varying with every other customer. So service have to be performed each time according to the demand and expectation of customer. Same service may be provided differently by different service providers. Another feature is inventory. We can maintain inventory of goods in which we are dealing, but services cannot be stocked, services cannot be stored. The service has to be consumed at the same time when we are providing them. You cannot store any service. If the service is provided and there is no one to receive that service, then it goes to loss. For example, a vacant seat in a cinema hall. We are providing movie theater. If you are getting an experience, you are getting an experience of movie, but in case that hall has only 2 viewers, the remaining seats are vacant. In that case, if the seats are vacant, in that case, that loss cannot be compensated, that cannot be stored, that cannot be resold to anyone else. Non-transferability, the goods are passed on from manufacturer to dealer, dealer to wholesaler, wholesaler to retailer, and then it reaches the ultimate customer. But in case of services, the service has to be provided by the producer itself. It cannot be transferred from the producer to any other middleman. Customer's participation involvement is necessary because in case the customer is not there, to whom will we provide the service? So there has to be two parties, the producer and the consumer. There is a short difference between goods and services. If we see that at the first basis, that is intangibility. Services cannot be touched or seen, but goods are tangible. if we differentiate them on the basis of inventory, services cannot be maintained as inventory, goods can be maintained. Inseparable, services cannot be separated by providers, but goods can be separated from their providers. Services cannot be standardized, the service cannot remain same for everyone, but goods can be standardized. If we talk about the nature, services is an activity where goods are physical objects. Services are usually heterogeneous where goods can be homogeneous. Ownership of services cannot be transferred. What a doctor can do, only he can do, but goods can be transferred to someone else. The ownership can be transferred, the possession can be transferred from one person to another. Now we will look forward to different kinds of services that a businessman gets or needs. The very first being the banking service. In today's world, especially during this COVID period, most of us are preferring to do online transaction. Those online transactions are possible only because of the banking services that we are getting. So banking service के लिए सबसे पहले हम समझते हैं बैंक क्या होता है. तो बैंक is an institution which attract money on deposits for the purpose of being lent to industry or trade. They are not money lenders, they lend what they borrow. Means they are buyer and seller of money. They get deposits from general public and then they lend out that money to businessmen, and they earn through the margin between the interest that they allow and the interest that they charge. So according to Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949, banking means accepting deposits of money from public for the purpose of lending or investment. ठीक है ना, लोगों से बोरो करना पैसा, आगे उसको उधार पे देने के लिए या फिर इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के लिए. There are different kinds of accounts that we can open in a bank. The first two are savings and current account. These both are checkable deposits. The saving account is an account in which a person can deposit his money and withdraw when he needs the same. ठीक है, there is no limits on how many times you can deposit or withdraw. You can deposit as many times as you want. You can withdraw as many times you want. You will get interest over the amount that you have deposited, and you will get a checkbook and passbook. You can withdraw as per your wish, and there's a checkbook for the same. These are also called checkable deposits. And current deposits are those which are opened by the businessmen. The businessmen can also deposit and withdraw money whenever they desire, but in this they get a extra benefit of overdraft and credit limit. They can withdraw up to the credit limit that is allowed to them by the bank. Due to this feature, usually interest is not allowed on this account, but some service charges are charged by the bank. But these are also checkable deposit because the amount deposit there can be withdrawn as per the wish of the depositor. Then recurring deposit and fixed deposits are time deposits, which are usually set in bank. You deposit in bank for a longer period of time. Recurring deposit, as the name says, the deposit is made recurringly. That means आपने आज जमा किया, then next month फिर जमा किया, then next month फिर deposit किया. You are depositing again and again after a fixed interval. It can be on daily basis, on monthly basis or weekly basis. That is called recurring deposit. You get interest over that amount, and the total amount is paid only at the time of maturity, not before that. And in fixed deposit, the amount is deposited at a single point of time. In recurring deposit, the amount is deposited in installments, but in case of fixed deposits, the amount is deposited at a single point of time for a bigger period of time. It may be 6 months or 5 years, 20 years. Longer the period will be, the higher rate of interest you will get. And this is a non-checkable deposit. That means you cannot withdraw the amount as per your wish. Then comes another form of account that is a mixture of these, as multiple option deposit account. This account offers multiple options to depositor. There can be a combination of saving account or current account. In this account, you get this benefit of liquidity of saving account and rate of interest of fixed deposit. आपका एक फिक्स अमाउंट से ऊपर जैसी अमाउंट क्रॉस करेगा, दैट अमाउंट विल गेट ट्रांसफर टू फिक्स डिपॉजिट. उससे नीचे वो रहेगा आपका सेविंग्स या फिर करंट अकाउंट एज पर योर विश. सो दीज वर द डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ अकाउंट्स दैट द बैंक ऑफर्स फॉर द पब्लिक which they can use to deposit their money. In the next lecture, we will discuss some other services that are provided by the bank to the general public. Till then, take care and have a great day.